First down, Kaiser. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Daquan Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Kaiser. And it's complete. Henry. That goes for a gain of 31.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Now Kaiser finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Kaiser. Complete, it's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and short yardage. Kaiser is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Kaiser going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his 1st interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
A 1st down carry for Henry. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Following the interception, Kaiser escaped, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jurrell Casey. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Kaiser from the gun on third. Open man, it's Allen. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for the Chargers. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Kaiser now on second down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's third and long.
Let's go! Try 38! Try 38!
From the gun, Kaiser. He's got his man on the crossing route. A very solid gain of 27.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Kaiser now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Try 38! Try 38! Flex round!
Second down, Kaiser. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Dion Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Mariota. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Melvin Ingram with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Jurrell Casey in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to the booth right after this. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Come on, let's go. White 90.
Here's Kaiser. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Orakpo in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Kaiser now. Going deep here for Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mariota now. Now he'll escape to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to look for Allen now. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good game. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Now Jones. Room here to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go. 1, 9, 1.
Kaiser to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw is Kaiser. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin with Henry. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Second down, Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a foot.
And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with his first NFL pick. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Flex round! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now they try the right side here. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Chargers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 39 on third. Welcome back now here in London, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And they'll go with a ground attack here. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll run it here. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Ohio! Grand 38!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Stepping up, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Deshaun Kaiser, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. To return, here's Michael Campanero. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the gun, Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mariota now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Lewis has the 1st down and then some. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for it. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling for a loss.
They'll get it up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the one.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here's Henry, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A first down throw for Kaiser. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Let's go!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Now Kaiser. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Kaiser to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know it's coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
Here's Kaiser. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Mariota dumps it off to Lewis. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A Titan 1st down. Mariota to Walker. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Mariota to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Now Campanaro. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Titans now. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Walker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, and it's third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Third and long here for Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Kaiser. Henry's got it out on the left side. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Chargers on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Come on, let's go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Campanaro on the return. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A give to Henry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd down, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a handoff to Henry. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Here's Kaiser. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 43 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And this one is no good. He missed it. Well, we had 2 ties last season in 2016, and now we've got another here.
They're part of the game, but I can sound philosophical here and say, well, what can you do? But neither team happy, right? No one wants to walk away from here with a tie, but I guess it's better than walking away with a loss, right?
Yeah, I guess that's the bright side for both teams, but nobody walking away a victor. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London.